SpaceX engineers are putting in rigorous efforts to achieve a crucial milestone before the year's end. In this video we are going to look Starship test flight attempt to orbit with major super heavy rocket upgrades, and preparations are taking place at Starbase for the upcoming second Starship test flight. New image released by SpaceX today highlight a major upgrade on the Starship prototype, the installation of a hot staging ring on the super heavy booster. This ring will enable the ship to separate from the booster in flight, after igniting some of its Raptors, while the booster is still burning 3 low-throttled engines. This system will replace an earlier, more complicated separation sequence. This crucial addition, referred to as the vented interstage, is a pivotal component of the hot staging mechanism that SpaceX is implementing for the next orbital test flight attempt. This innovative approach involves igniting the Starship's Raptor engines, while the super heavy booster engines are still firing, allowing for a seamless transition during stage separation. SpaceX founder Chief Engineer Elon Musk shared some details about these advancements during a recent X Spaces discussion, expressing a 60% probability of success for the upcoming flight, a significant increase from the first attempt. The increased confidence stems from a tremendous number of overhauls made to the spacecraft, with well over 1,000 changes implemented since the last flight test. I think the probability of this next flight working, getting to orbit, is much higher than the last one. Maybe it's like 60%, he said. One of the most prominent upgrades is the vented interstage extension, added to the booster, designed to manage the super hot plasma produced by the upper stage engines during ignition. This venting mechanism aims to prevent the upper engine plume from damaging the rocket during separation. Vented interstage and heat shield installed atop Booster 9. Starship and Super Heavy are being upgraded to use a separation method called hot staging, where Starship's second stage engines will ignite to push the ship away from the booster, shared SpaceX representatives on August 18. We made sort of a late-breaking change that's really quite significant to the way that stage separation works, Musk shared. There's a meaningful payload to orbit advantage with hot staging that is conservatively about a 10% improvement if you basically just never stop thrusting. In order to do this, you actually have to have vents. The super hot plasma from the upper stage engines has got to go somewhere. So we're adding an extension to the booster that is almost all vents, essentially. So that allows the upper engine plume to go through the vented extension of the booster and not just blow itself up. So this is the most risky thing, I think, for the next flight, Musk explained during the X Spaces discussion in June. The intricate engineering behind these upgrades is evident in the new images of the stainless steel interstage extension. This component is a key element in enabling Starship's engines to ignite while the booster engines are still active, showcasing SpaceX's dedication to pushing the boundaries of spaceflight technology. As the momentum builds for the second Starship test flight, anticipation is growing within the space community and beyond. With a flurry of upgrades aimed at addressing the challenges faced during the initial flight, SpaceX is working tirelessly to usher in a new era of space travel, potentially culminating in a successful orbital test flight by the end of the year. Future vehicles are also being prepared for flight. At the same time, long-term aspirations are being worked on, with an old, scrapped ship reappearing, now repurposed as the newest test article for NASA's Human Landing System. Booster 9 was rolled back to the production site on the evening of August 7, following Ship 25's rollback to the Rocket Garden in the late evening of August 4 and early morning of August 5. Since then, both vehicles have remained at the production site to prepare them for additional on-pad testing, followed by the second launch of the full Starship system. Booster 9 is set to return to the launch site in the coming days, with the installation of its hot staging ring now complete. Should those tests go to plan, Ship 25 will then return for stacking atop Booster 9, which will allow for fit checks with the ship quick disconnect, which is now higher on the tower, to cater for the extra height of the installed hot staging ring. This ring will enable the ship to separate from the booster, in flight after igniting some of its Raptors, while the booster is still burning 3 low-throttled engines. This system will replace an earlier, more complicated separation sequence. A full-stack cryo will follow, and then all eyes will be on the FAA for their green light to resume launch operations, based on their findings relating to the maiden flight of Starship. Ship 25 is currently located in the Rocket Garden, having tiles added to its mounting points, which will bring the vehicle into its flight configuration. Meanwhile, Ship 28 is at the engine installation stand nearby to have its Raptor engines installed. Ships currently use 3 Raptor sea level, and 3 Raptor vacuum engines with larger nozzles. This preparation suggests that Ship the 28th of may be the next ship to fly after Ship 25, although nothing is set in stone. In recent years, Musk and SpaceX have built space cities around the Gulf of Mexico, bought land, built new facilities, and even posted job ads for spaceport mixologists. They even imagine that Boca Chica Beach will be the gateway to Mars. Since its inception in 2014, Musk has positioned the space station as one of the best places to make history. The FAA license only covers 10 Starship launches a year, and is limited to 5 sub-orbits and 5 orbits easily accessible to the company. Once Starship is flying, which will delay environmental group lawsuits, litigation and at least one other threat in Texas. Starship launches are weeks, or even more than a month. What is the solution for all this? Musk is known as a trailblazer and has few backup options. SpaceX has expanded its Texas facility, but the company has stepped up its footprint off the coast of Florida. If SpaceX leases the launch pad and the FAA decides that, SpaceX's plans in South Texas need more attention. SpaceX is currently NASA's only option to get astronauts from the United States to the International Space Station, Musk said, moving the Starship program to Florida. The company has already almost completed a new launch pad and manufacturing facility in the second quarter of this year, and will initially ship vehicles from the port of Brownsville to the Cape, he said in response to a question on Twitter, specifically when and where. Kennedy Space Center and the only launch site for the Crew Dragon capsule. The only spacecraft of its type is currently the only spacecraft capable of sending astronauts to the ISS, and the launch pad is government property, not a test flight. The idea to test a giant booster on the same launch pad put NASA and the Florida Space Force on hold, in light of the explosive results from other early SpaceX tests that could crash Starbase's launch system and more. It is solidly engineered for safer missions, and luckily Musk is a worst-case scenario, as after NASA raised concerns about the threat as the only current site. SpaceX proposed modifying a second Florida launch pad to support the Dragon manned mission. Space Force Station Canaveral LC-40 supports Dragon launch. Nothing is known about the type of modification required for the LC-40, but it is likely required by NASA. SpaceX will develop something similar to the Path 39A facility, which will include building a new crew access tower, crew rescue system, and astronaut bunker on site, despite LC-40 being the launch pad for the second Dragon. Thanks for watching this video, and it's a super interesting topic. If you like this, to make sure you can subscribe. If you have any crazy idea what we should cover in next video, please comment it below, and we will see if we can get the, and thanks again for watching and goodbye.